Hello, my name's Simon Roger and I'm from Ulverston. I've just been in the Tourist Information Office and picked up a leaflet showing one of the many walks of the area. And today we're going to do an easy 2-mile walk from the centre of town up to the iconic landmark in Ulverston called the Sir John Barrow Monument. We've come to the point in the walk where we've come to a junction. Now you can either go at the back of Hoad, which is up the hill at Saltergate, or like we are today, we're going to go up the front of Hoad and we're going to go up Church Walk. The monument was built on Hoad Hill in 1850 as a tribute to Sir John Barrow. Sir John Barrow was one of Ulverston's famous sons. He was a naval administrator and traveller. The Hoad was restored in 2010 and all the information that you need to know regarding it is down here. As you can see, some parts of the walk gets quite steep, but we're nearly there. And here we are, we finally made it to the Sir John Barrow Monument. Unfortunately, it's not the clearest of days, but you can still get an appreciation of everything around you, from Ulverston right through to Morecambe Bay. On a clear day, you can even see the Lake District fells, you can see over the bay into Yorkshire, you can see the Pennines, and when it's exceptionally clear, you can also see North Wales. As we saw on the map, there's two ways up Hoad Hill. The back way is behind me that leads up from Saltergate. Now we're going to go down the front way, the way we came up, and finish off in town. One advantage of coming up from Saltergate is you can stop for a drink in the Old Friends pub.
There has been a history of brewing in the town since 1755, when Hartley's was the main concern, until taken over by Robinson's Brewery in 1991. Ulverston now has 2 microbreweries, Stringer's, and in the centre of town, the Ulverston Brewing Company.
This used to be the former auction mart, built in 1885, I think it was. The old premises we actually outgrew. We couldn't brew any more. We were at full capacity and we were falling over each other. But we couldn't have gone to this to start off with. We needed to know whether it worked, so we bought an ex-brewery from Whitley Bridge, which we modified quite a bit. And from there we just developed our beers.
This is a 9-gallon cask. On the old plant we could get about 18 of these out of one brew. We can now get about 44.
Our beers are Ulverston with a crest, because we were granted that from the town council. As long as the beer quality was okay, we were allowed to use it. And all our beer names, obviously with the Lauren Hardy connection, we wanted it all to be associated with Ulverston. So if our beer travels, they know where it's come from, you know, whole identity. And we're both born and bred in Ulverston.
We've now got a proper visitors area, tables and chairs, little bar.
So I'm looking forward to having people in to sort of like talk to them about the brewing process and telling them about the area, you know, just to have a bit of contact with people and telling them about Ulverston as well. So that's the main, you know, it'll be quite nice. Paul eventually will take over the brewing side and I'll be the other side of the bar. This building is ideal because we're sort of only 20 yards away from the bus station. Train station is just up the road, so it's ideal to come on public transport. We're just around the corner from the Lauren Hardy Museum, also the statue of Lauren Hardy, and just around the next corner, the Stan Laurel pub, which is quite, you know, a nice little, you know, come here, go to the museum, have a few pints at the pub, or tasting behind the bar. We hope it's adding something to the town. I think you know, the bigger the package for Ulverston, if there's more and more things to do in Ulverston, people are going to travel, and if we can make them feel welcome and tell them about other things that are on in the area, not just here, like Swarthmoor Hall and the Animal Park, and there's quite a lot on our doorstep. The lakes, the Cumbrian Way actually starts in the Gill. You know, it's a good little town, and everybody's friendly here.
Heading south out of the town is the Coast Road scenic route to Barrow. Opposite Manjushri Buddhist Temple and just off the Coast Road near Bardsey is the Eden Lodge Hotel. Popular for its homemade organic food and views across Morecambe Bay, the hotel caters for weddings, conferences and has facilities for the disabled. Back in Ulverston, and the main centre for entertainment is the Coronation Hall, also known as the Coro, where you can see opera, ballet, tribute bands, comedy acts and the annual Ulverston Classical Music Festival. Ulverston can definitely be described as a creative hub, and at its heart is Lantern House, where artists of residence produce work that challenges the conventions and stimulates the community. And indeed, it was the founding of Welfare State International in 1968 in the building that shaped Ulverston into the festival town we now know.
We do actively market ourselves as a festival town, and we're going to make sure that almost whenever you come to this town, there's going to be something for you to do.
An example of this is the community-run Ford Park, where various events are held throughout the year, and is seen here playing host to the carnival celebrations.
It was originally staged to raise money for the local hospital, but now it raises money for a number of charities. There'll be a huge big carnival parade. It'll take an hour for it to go by. It'll be funny, it'll be exciting. It's a big event. The lantern procession is my personal favourite, and it's because I have such fond memories of making lanterns myself with my children when they were very small, and walking through the procession with the lanterns held up, and it's always staged as autumn starts to take a bite and everybody's wrapped up and got the hats on and the gloves on. Somebody once said to me, it's like rivers of light, and it is. It's exactly like rivers of light that converge into the centre of town and then move off to a sort of central gathering place on one of our green spaces, and there's always a huge firework display. It is something that I thoroughly enjoy and look forward to, and you shouldn't miss it. The Dickensian Festival is fantastic. There are Dickensian enthusiasts who've made themselves costumes of the day, and they come. We had somebody came all the way from Australia for the last Dickensian Festival so that they could enter one of the competitions and have their frock and hat judged, and she won it. It was only after I was presented with the prize that I said, "You're not from the northwest of England." She said that she was from Australia, and I said, "So you must have it must have taken you by surprise to have this event going on in the town when you happen to be here." No, she said, "I came for this," which kind of shows you that if you like putting a bonnet on, and if you like putting false whiskers on, and if you like mingling with hundreds of other people who have the same enthusiasm, then the Dickensian weekend is for you. It's a big event.
Welcome to the Dickensian Festival. Any small children, bring them my way. They should be in the workhouse. Good day to you, sir. And Merry Christmas.
Well, people are going to have a real experience if they come to Ulverston. They're going to have an experience on a scale that they can engage with and understand. They're going to be talked to. They're going to be communicated with. They're going to be entertained. They're going to be amused. They're going to be interested. They're going to be stimulated. I guarantee you that a visit to Ulverston is well worth your time, and I guarantee you too that we will make you very welcome.